Good afternoon, YouTube, and welcome to the Fantasy Forecast for Wednesday, May 18th, 2016. I hope you guys are all having a wonderful week so far, where it's Wednesday hump day, we're just moving our way through. Let's move on to history. We're on 2-day slates here, which makes it a little difficult to show you guys. Yesterday's baseball that I showed you, 135 in Maine. So 6th and 16th, 10th and 20th. It was barely a cash winner depending on play you played, if you played 50-50. We're getting closer on MLB, and it will be announced in the title of the video if it's an MLB video. I'm trying to separate. So if NBA starts to overlap because I'm confident a couple weeks early, you'll see 2 videos in a day. Not kidding, guys. You'll have one for MLB and you'll have one for, NBA. And I'll pull some optimals for them too. So just so you know. That's that 135. Other side of it, okay, so if you guys did the Westbrook lineup that I was telling you about, take them instead, you did great. 282 definitely cashed GPP. I confirmed it. Let me try to zoom out a little so you can see the whole score on that and refocus. There, I think that gets the score in at the top in blue. Can barely see it, but I think it's there. 282 in the upper right-hand corner. That help a little? 282. Alright, guys. So anyways, 282 won. The one that I was recommending on the other side of it, the one that I did cash on myself, but in the GPP, and I realized last minute I made the mistake. I meant to put this in the GPP and the other way, and this was cash, but sometimes you flip them around. I'll be the first to admit I've made that mistake. A cash lineup is better than a GPP. Sometimes it's good to put them in both. So my cash lineup clearly got hurt by Speaks. He only got 1 point. Everyone else performed right around where I want. Adams at 35. Durant wasn't great, but 45. Curry, the Westbrook switch that I showed you guys, if you did that one, you liked Westy more, you won for sure. But either way, this still won a cash line, and that's always what I'm recommending you guys play. So, cash line from 2 days ago on the Monday-Tuesday slate won. I'll show you live what's going on right now. We had 2 main slates that I recommended. I believe, I don't know if it was the double 2 entries. Yeah, it probably is, to try to differentiate. One of them's not doing too hot right now, but that's because most of the game plays tonight. All we had was Kevin Love, who didn't play as many minutes as we expected. J.R. Smith, same thing. And Terrence Ross. Somewhat disappointing, honestly. Look at the values on those. They're not that good. I really need to make up on this one. The other one, though, should be good. Should be really sitting pretty damn pretty. Yeah, this one that I gave you guys, and I said take your choice on them. The Westbrook and Irving one, oh boy. So you got Westbrook, Robertson, Durant playing tonight, and Cantor. So it's basically Oklahoma City all the way if you're running this lineup. But you got 42 for Irving, which was above value, and I was expecting that. You got Shumpert at 15, who was at 35, 3,600. That's easily value or more. LBJ didn't really pay value. At 10 grand, 40. 4 times is not value anymore, guys. 5 times is value now. Kevin Love definitely didn't pay value. Patrick Patterson paid value. About 3,500, whatever, he paid value. That's fine. So I'm liking this lineup more, but yesterday maybe one of the days I end up pulling a loss. I don't think it'll be a cash loss, but maybe one of them will. We'll find out. Let's get on to upcoming today. It would still be an awesome win rate. If you guys have been following me for a while, you guys know my videos. We're going to start with optimals, and then we'll go into my recommendeds. And I do have one DraftKings optimal lineup for you guys today that I just recommend, and that's it. So that'll be at the end as well. Alright, starting out here, we're going to start with Roto Wire. Roto Grinders doesn't work, and neither does Fantasy Pros anymore. They're both having issues with the whole 2-day slate shit, so only some of them work. So we have 4 today. But at least you have the projections from 4 different sources, and that helps too. We got Westbrook and Curry in the point guard positions. Westbrook is projecting at 56. Curry is projecting at 50. We got Klay Thompson and Terrence Ross at the shot guard position. Thompson is projecting at 36. Ross is projecting at 12. We got KD and Carroll at the small forward. Durant is projecting at 55. Carroll is projecting at 22. We got Serge Ibaka and Patterson at the power forward. Serge's projecting at 30. Patterson's projecting at 21. And Steven Adams is your center down there at the bottom. Let me scroll him up to make sure you guys can all see. And Adams is projecting at 30 points. The entire lineup from RotoWire is projecting at 313 today. Okay? So we got our 313 from RotoWire. Let's get on to RotoQL from our man Sahil Sood. Okay, RotoQL is projecting, and they had that stupid disclaimer I mentioned yesterday, like, you should be looking at your own projections, and no shit, look at Norman Powell. I'll switch it out again for you guys to see in a moment, but that's just insane. Stephen Curry and Kyrie Irving at the point guard is fine, though. Curry's projecting at 53. Irving is projecting at 38. We got Dion Waiters and Norman Powell at the shot guard positions. I know, horrible guys. Absolutely fucking horrible, okay? So Dion Waiters, though, is projecting at 26 points. Norman Powell is projecting at 29 points. There's no way he gets 29 points. I'm sorry, they're wrong. I'll show you the switch in a second. We got Kevin Durant projecting at 48. We got LBJ projecting at 52. No problem with either of those. Kevin Love projecting at 35, Channing Frye projecting at 17, and Enes Kanter projecting at 30. Now the Kanter thing I was telling you guys before, I mean, Kanter, it all depends on his minutes. If he happened to get a 30-minute run, but they really are relying on Adams a lot. I only think he gets about a 20 to 25-minute run, which is about 20 to 25 fantasy points. Their whole lineup is projected at 330, but I would take away 5 to 10 for Kanter, which brings you to 320, and Norman Powell, there's no goddamn way he's getting 30 points. So let's swap him real fast, and I'll just do some quick explanation. You take Schumpert with your extra $100, who actually got some minutes in the Cleveland blowout, and it's probably going to be another Cleveland blowout at home. Or you take Robertson with OKC. I don't know if it's an OKC stack, and I can't yet, or if it's a Cleveland stack. I got Cleveland, Cleveland, Cleveland. I got 4 Clevelands. I can't do Cleveland. Okay, so if I can't take Schumpert, I'm taking Robertson. And hello, duh. Okay, save that change. That would be my RotoQL lineup for the day, taking into account their stupid message that says, you should be paying attention to what's going on with the games. Well, no shit, everyone should, but come on, we all don't have that goddamn time. Okay, Daily Fantasy Cafe. And by the way, when we reproject that old one at RotoQL, take out the other 29 that's anomalous, and figure we get 15, we're looking at about a 305. They're projecting 305 on this, too. This is from Daily Fantasy Cafe today. We got Irving and Westbrook in the point guard positions. Irving is projecting at 39. Westbrook is projecting at 55. Love Westbrook today, especially after he performed yesterday. They don't seem to have an answer. Golden State never really was great on defense. So they're great on offense, but you know, you got to stop every once in a while on defense, otherwise you're going to get screwed. We got J.R. Smith and Klay Thompson in the shot guards. J.R. is projecting at 24. Klay is projecting at 37. We got Harrison Barnes and KD in the small forward. Barnes is projecting at 21. Durant is projecting at 48. We got Serge Ibaka and Kevin Love. Ibaka is projecting at 26. Kevin Love is projecting at 36. And at the center, they punted all the way down to Ezeli. And he did get a little bit of time, but I don't think it was very much. At $3,500, sometimes I like the DraftKings minimum price at $2,000. Yeah, see, he only paid you 6.6 points, only had 8 minutes. I mean, he did give you something. I'll give you that. It makes the lineup work, and they spent every penny they had. But sometimes a punt isn't the best way to go, in just my opinion. And that's Daily Fantasy Cafe for today. Moving on. Alright, this one I liked a little bit more, so that's why it's in a 20. This is Daily Fantasy Nerd, and they found an interesting way. They don't have King James in there. So that's kind of a... And I'll show you guys one that has all the big 4 later. I don't know if you'll like it, but... anyways, so you got Stephen Curry and you got Russell Westbrook. They're projecting Curry for 54 fantasy points and Westbrook for 57. They're kind of close on their projections and pretty much in line with their salaries. They got Terrence Ross projected at 13 points, DeRozan projected at 36 points. They got KD and Barnes. Durant's projected at 56 points. Barnes is projected at 22. Notice, guys, everyone's projecting Durant about 10 points higher than what he actually pulled off last time. So, you know, they're thinking the whole game was a bit of an anomaly. The fact that OKC won, it was a bit lower scoring. But, you know, the coaching could run that way again. I don't know why people don't think history repeats itself. We got Serge Ibaka and we got Patrick Patterson at power forward. Don't go lower than Patrick Patterson again unless it's Channing Frye. Maybe. The cheap power forwards aren't getting any time. You're going to screw yourself if you punt in that position. Hell, I'd take a Zelly more. At least he'll get fucking 8 fantasy points. Alright, power forward, Ibaka and Patterson. Ibaka projecting at 27 points, Patterson projecting at 21. And we have Steven Adams projecting at 29 points for center. Okay. And that is Daily Fantasy Nerd for today. Did I reach the end? No. What is this one? This would be interesting. Oh, this is the lineup that I made that has them all. This lineup has Westbrook, Curry, Durant, and James. If you think that they're the solid quadruple that are going to punch you through, this is the lineup to take, okay? So you got Westbrook and Curry at your point guard positions. You got Schumpert hoping for the Cleveland blowout again, which is likely, and Robertson on the OKC side. You got to hope. Robertson did well on his last game, and he seems to get minutes whether it's close or whether it's a blowout. So not a lot, but 18 to 20 and tends to perform about a point a minute, same as our other guy down there. So I'll take it. It fits the lineup. Schumpert, same kind. Robertson. So I mentioned them both. Yeah. Now you got KD and you got LeBron James. I don't need to even talk about them. You got Fry and Patterson. Basically, the only 2 power forward plays you can run with that are going to get you some minutes. You know what I mean? You have to get some minutes. If you don't have minutes on your players, you're going to lose. You've got to get minutes. I mean, yes, the luck of the draw on whether they get a point here or there or whether there's a block or a steal, I get that stuff. Sometimes guys don't perform as well, but they have to have minutes, guys. If they don't have minutes, you've lost before you started. And at the center, you've got Adams. And you'll notice it has 0 in salary. Everything fit perfect. You got all 4, and so I mean, I'm kind of proud that I was able to do that in an okay way. I don't know if that's the best lineup of the night, but I mean, if you want to aim for the big 4 and still get some minutes on your other guys, that'd be the way I'd play it. Balance is usually a little bit better, but you never know. This is the game that is. Oh, and that's the one that I changed last minute, guys. Remember how I said pull out for Norman Powell, put Robertson. So let's get to my entries. We have a cash entry today, and we have a GPP entry today. Okay? So your cash entry, I believe, has 100, or is it your GP? This is your tournament entry. Okay? Your tournament entry is Curry and Irving in the point guard positions, J.R. Smith and Dion Waiters at the shot guard, Kevin Durant and LeBron James at the small forward, and Serge Ibaka and Patrick Patterson at your power forward, and Steven Adams for your center. That is your tournament play for today, okay? And like I said before, I mean, I'm projecting it well, but I'm trying to pick which one's a little more guessy, and the reason why I'm saying it's guessy is because Curry could have another bad night. Oklahoma City could simply be a better team than them. It is possible. But I like Curry to come back on home court, I do. And even though it's an Oklahoma City, triple, or it's still a quadruple stack, these guys are still getting their minutes. I'm taking the Cleveland side. I'm completely avoiding Toronto because we saw what happened. And so as long as Curry puts up better points than Westbrook, because, you could probably easily do a swap and switch stuff around, then you're fine here. And my other play has Westbrook. So this would be your cash play. Okay, guys? For cash today, I'm recommending that you guys take Westbrook and Irving at the point guard positions, Schumpert and Robertson at the small shot guard. You're punting there for a very good reason. You're getting Westbrook, you're getting Irving, you're getting Durant, and you're getting James. And you're getting Kevin Love a little bit farther along with the Steven Adams center. So this is your punt area. Schumpert still gets some minutes, though, as long as Cleveland keeps blowing out, probably even a few more than usual. Robertson will get a few minutes no matter what. I mean, you're going to see your points that you need in your punt plays there, which is good. Scola, after sitting on the bench for frickin' forever in a horrible blowout, which we're hoping for again, he's still going to see 9 or 10 minutes. Beautiful. Scola, give me that 10 to 12 to finish this off, because if you look at power forward, guys, really, there's nothing left. Nothing at all. I can do a trade, but what I'm thinking here is if Scola gives me 5 or 10 points and Cleveland really does blow him out, but Toronto plays a bit closer, Love will probably bust me out 40 points tonight, which is, combined with a 10 for Scola, that's, on 10,000, 11,000 salary, I got 50 points. That's like a Draymond Green level. I'm fine with that. I can't fit Draymond Green because of minimum salaries. Unless I went with a Zelly for the center, and you guys already know how I probably feel about that. Because I think Adams is yet again in line for another 35 points. He seems to be their third man. I mean, it's basically Westbrook, Durant, and Adams now, and that's just how it's been running. Okay, so that's fantasy forecast for FanDuel. Let's go to DraftKings real fast. I will show you my completed entries the day before. Right now they're losing, but that's because most of my lineup runs tonight. Today I just want to show you what I have upcoming here. Yes, that's fine. And here's the upcoming entry for DraftKings. And DraftKings is a little bit different, but it still plays along the same kind of lines that I'm thinking of. It's just the pricing is tighter. You got Steph Curry expecting to bounce back tonight. And Westbrook costs a little bit more too. So I want Curry. I want Robertson. I think he'll see minutes, and at 31, he's below the FanDuel minimums. He's in line with pricing that I expect. Durant's a touch more than he is on FanDuel, but Durant showing that he had a poor shooting night. I think he'll come back. I mean, I really think we're looking at the best series of the entire finals for this season. So I don't see OKC winning twice, but I can see them keeping it real close again, having another nail biter. It could even go to overtime and be one of those insane 130 to 120 games, guys. And I know when I give you guys these predictions, you guys are like, no fucking way. And then the next day you're like, man, he was right on. I don't know why I'm feeling that, but I'm feeling a high-scoring game today and that they're going to play really tight. And you would think that it'll end up the same way the night before, where, one team wins by a few in the foul trouble, but I got a feeling we're looking at it could be tie game and push into OT. I don't know why, but it's just that's a total guess, guys. At power forward, we've got Scola. Scola is seeing some minutes at 2,000 minimum, definitely. That's fine with me. If you only got 8 or 10, that's just fine. Bogut at 3,700. He's so cheap compared to Golden State, on FanDuel, and the pricing disparity combined with the fact that it's Golden State and OKC, it's a higher scoring game, and he's getting minutes and he's getting better. I'll take Bogut tonight. I got Kyrie Irving, who was just looking like a god a couple nights before they pulled him, and he's probably still fresh and ready to go. Draymond Green, who I think will be a center. I don't think it's not always Curry, Thompson, and Green. One of the three usually kind of has an off night. Curry had his off night last night, so I think Curry has his night tonight, and Green has his night tonight, and that's why I took it there. And it allowed me to fit Della perfectly in there for Cleveland, and inside the blowout with Cleveland has been running, Della will see minutes and get you some points. I've been taking more time with the DraftKings lineups, as you guys can tell. I want to make sure that these things kind of pay off a little bit better than what you guys are expecting. My models were aimed for FanDuel, and at the last minute here, I realized I could do some salary modifications and some formula changes, and give you guys a good DraftKings lineup as well. So here's your DraftKings optimal lineup for today. Before I switch back to FanDuel again, we've got Curry, Robertson. Curry at the point guard, Robertson at shot guard, Durant at small forward, Scola at power forward, Bogut at center, Kyrie Irving at guard, forward is Draymond Green, and your utility player is Della. Okay, and that's DraftKings. Back on to FanDuel. Your two optimal lineups, and to be quite honest, guys, I prefer the one with Westbrook. I really do think Oklahoma's going to beat them again. I don't know why, but this is just a guess. And if you look at this one, this is a real tournament-style entry here, even though I told you cash, because it's a quadruple stack on both sides with one guy from Toronto. And who would take the guy from Toronto anyways? Well, I would. So we got Oklahoma, and we got Cleveland. You're basically giving Golden State a huge pass. You're missing Clay. You're missing Draymond Green. You're missing Curry. But if Westbrook pays more and if Irving pays more, I don't care. And then you got Shumpert and Robertson for shot guard, Durant and James for small forward, Scola and Love at power forward, and Adams for your center. Now let's get back to your other recommended line for today. I would say this is the cash line. I'm sorry if I mixed those up earlier, but here's your cash line. Curry and Irving at the point guard, J.R. Smith and Waiters at the shot guard, Kevin Durant, LeBron James at small forward, Ibaka and Patterson at power forward, and Adams for your center. Okay, guys, that's fantasy forecast for May, whatever the heck today is. I think it's May something, May 18th, Wednesday, 2016. Hope you guys enjoyed. if you've been winning some money on my lineups, I really appreciate just $5 or $10 to, my daughter's GoFundMe. You'll find the link in the description of the video down below. Just take a look, and you click down, you'll see it. And if you've made any money off my lineups, you enjoy them, something to help me pay this massive bill before the end of the month would be very, very helpful. Some of you guys, like Steve and Sean, that have already contributed, I send you guys special lineups, and you already know. And anyone else that sends them too before the end of the month, you have no idea how much you're going to be in my heart and how many extra lineups and extra attention you'll receive. I can handle it. Alright, guys? Thank you so much again. That's Fantasy Forecast for today. I hope you enjoyed. Go out there and go win some big, big money.